What's up, everyone? It's Friday night. We're live.
Hi. We are live.
We missed you last week. It was the 4th of July, and we actually were running a yard sale.
Garage
Gotta call
sale.
it garage or yard sale for you guys because no one knows what a tag sale is. But that's what we were doing last week, so we were a little busy. Sorry we missed you. But we're back now. We got an awesome topic for you tonight. We're going to be talking about Poshmark resale closets or boutique wholesale. What is the best for you and why? And so we're going to go into detail on a little bit about wholesale tonight and what wholesale is, and we're going to go from there.
Yeah. Okay.
So to understand this, though, we got to start with what's been changing in the thrift store climate lately, the business climate in the thrift stores. So thrift stores have been going nuts lately, and this is why it made me start to think, maybe we should move on to something besides thrift shopping, because thrift shopping is just getting a little ridiculous. I mean, Goodwills are going luxury resale goods where they're taking all the best stuff out of the back room and sending it into Amazon or putting it on eBay or doing the same stuff we're doing pretty much and taking all the profit out. And then everything that goes into those shelves right now is getting priced up like crazy. So you can barely find anything for under $6 at a thrift store right now if you're going to the chain thrift stores. Mm-hmm. And that's unfortunate. It's the way the industry is moving, and it's time to adapt. We have to adapt and find a better sustaining business model. And that's what I think wholesale or bulk buys or any of that kind of methods are best for scaling a business right now. So we're going to talk about it.
Hi, Kimberly. Now, I want to put it out there that like my Poshmark closet is both. I do resell.
Yep.
I do wholesale boutique. I also have done buyouts, like, wholesale buyouts. So I have been, mixing and mingling all of them. But, some people want to know, should they go all or nothing, one way or the other? And what's for me?
Yeah.
Much,
I also started doing wholesale last October, and it went well for me. So we're going to pick up the same stuff again. And what does what mean, Kelly?
Kathy.
Oh, I'm sorry, Kathy. I apologize. My glasses aren't working, so I look like Kelly.
Yeah, no. Yeah, maybe boutique, wholesale. See, not everybody knows. We talked about this last year.
Yeah.
At Posh Fest. So occasionally, what got us thinking is like we also get Instagram like messages a lot about it because we did this like over a year ago.
Right.
I still remember. Thank you.
Oh, wholesale. We're going to talk about that right now, and in the future, we're going to be doing a whole bunch of wholesale because we feel this is the best way to really scale a business right now and do it. So,
whoa!
Thanks, Steve, for that. Steve. Got raking profit in the house. It's always great when you drop by, buddy.
Yes. And we see tons of emojis.
Yeah.
See, that just like completely derailed my train. Thanks,
we were
Steve.
Talking about just wholesale and bulk buys. So
yes.
Back into
okay.
It,
so bulk buys. Like I have bought out store pulls, returns, stuff like that. New with tag stuff.
Right.
That has either, stayed on the shelf too long, they've had to pull it, and they have to like pretty much liquidate it. I have done videos on that.
Yep.
And I have also bought directly from the manufacturer. I like selling bathing suits in the summertime. I like selling summer gear. My closet name, Pink Flamingo BTQ. Flamingos. What do you think of when you think of flamingos? You think of like, Florida and pool parties and like tiki bars and like, not winter stuff.
No, not winter stuff at all.
Yeah.
But we live in the Northeast, so we have to sell a mixture of everything because we can't always find the summer stuff in the winter. So
I kind of like niche down like a little bit with what I sell my boutique for because it kind of speaks. And then people come to me for that
and
stuff.
The best part about what she's doing with her bathing suits and in the boutique world is it actually combats the summer slowdown. Mm-hmm. Like what happens in the summer, and a lot of you guys are experiencing this right now, is obviously the sales just drop a little bit.
I'm seeing comments.
And it's because, people are going on vacation, they're out playing, they're doing all that fun stuff. But Karen puts these wholesale bathing suits in her closet and they sell like hotcakes. She creates a waiting list for them. She lets them, lets people pre-order.
Instagram to promote them.
And it's all about promoting. That's key to.
And I also save feedback from previous years, if I have to actually reorder certain things, people can easily go into your Poshmark and see any 5-star feedback when they hit the about, but when somebody actually rates one of my boutique items, I screenshot it, I protect the user's name and like the price. And I when they actually type out something, perfect description, great quality, stuff that's going to help sell those things, you know?
So Kathy's got a quick question. She's asking, how do you list wholesale? So it's actually pretty easy. I mean, it's at the very least, it's the same process as listing a thrifted piece of clothing. You just take the pictures, you put it up, and then there's options. When you say it's new with tags, you're going to click boutique. There's options for the multiple listings if you have multiple sizes. It's very straightforward. The cool thing about wholesale with some of these wholesale providers is that they'll allow you to use their stock photos to promote these listings. So in essence, if you find the right wholesale provider, you're going to be able to get a front, back, behind, all different angled shots and a modeled shot with an actual human being wearing the item. And you're going to be able to use all those photos for free, and you're not going to have to worry about any of that stock
Most
photo
of them will
issues.
let you use it. They say, hey, use them. They will let you know if they don't. But it's also wise to take your own photos as well, so people can see that this is actually what they're getting. Poshmark allows 8 photos. Use them all. So that was the answer, right? That was
the answer, yeah.
Just making sure.
So let's jump into a little bit of the differences between resale and boutique, and then we'll go back into diving deeper into the wholesale issue.
Resale is you anywhere. You could get it from anywhere. You could get it from your own closet, your significant other's closet. You could go to a Goodwill or a yard sale, tag sale, anywhere and get clothes. It could also be new with tags. You could have actually went to Macy's and bought a lovely dress for a wedding and then found another one, and just never used it, never returned it. That is still reselling. Even though it's new with tags, it's not boutique, and you did not buy it directly from the manufacturer. And now there's some people that don't know that distinction.
That's the key to wholesale, though. If you buy it directly from the manufacturer, it has never touched a store shelf. It's never been worn before. It's brand new. That's wholesale. If you get something new with tags at a thrift store, you can't list it as boutique, or you shouldn't list it as boutique. I know people do, but
they do, and boutique is automatically new with tags. Now, occasionally you will have a manufacturer that won't have their own tags on it, but it's still considered that way because it's never actually been in a store. Like my bathing suits don't actually come with tags. They come with a protective liner on it, like that sanitary liner. But they don't actually come with a tag on it. And I do know that a lot of boutique owners, they have their own. They have their own.
You can brand your own products.
Cards or hang tags.
Yeah.
Yep, and you could definitely brand your own products.
And that's a key to wholesale too, is branding and marketing. And
very hard to do that when you go to a Goodwill and pick up a bunch of polo shirts, and then you can't say this is my polo shirt when it really says Ralph Lauren on it. Of course you can't. But when you sell boutique, you can say, hey, these are my bathing suits, and put your logo, your name all over that stuff.
Tracy, I hope those Coach bags turn out to be real for you. That's pretty awesome. She picked up 2 Coach purses for $10 for both of them. It's a pretty good score to yard sale.
That's a very good score. Not bad at all.
And Lisa Goldman's having a little struggle right now. She says she's only sold 2 items in the last 2 weeks. It's getting desperate up in here. Summer is almost over. Luckily, we're almost into August. That's when we'll start picking back up again, and all that back to school thoughts and all that good stuff. So
I can't wait.
Got to make it through July.
Jeans. I have actually sold quite a few pairs of jeans in the past couple of weeks, and I was like, dude, it's like the middle of the summertime. It's like the slowest time for jeans, but yeah. I can't wait to start selling more expensive stuff like tank tops aren't a lot of money.
So back to resale versus boutique. So there are many benefits to this. We're going to name a few. One benefit to wholesale is that you're going to get multiple different sizes of the same item. So you're going to get 6 to 10 listings or 6 to 10 items in your closet just from one purchase, which is pretty sweet. Obviously, when you go to the thrift store, you're only getting like a one hitter, one item, and that's it.
And one size.
Sometimes you can find multiple, but it's very rare that you're going to find multiple of the same thing. And yeah, so it's
so that when you think about it like that, it kind of stinks when you find this awesome item and it's a size medium and it's something I've been looking for and I'm definitely not a medium, and then I see it, I'm like, oh, there it is. I finally found it and it doesn't fit me. I just imagine how much that must happen for those very nice, unique items, not like your everyday run of the mill items, but with boutique, you get small, medium, large, 1X, 2X, 3X, XS to XL, depending.
Yeah.
You know, or, you know, you get a whole bunch of the same thing. So you have a wider audience that would be happy with that one product. I hope that makes sense. Because you were almost guaranteeing that you have their size. Almost. Ooh, comments. More comments.
Lisa Goldman says, Jay, I took your advice on my store and really upped the asking price to avoid the low ballers, low sales, but getting better prices for them, which is great. So thanks. I'm glad you're getting better prices. It does, you know, when you do a drastic change to your closet, it does take a little bit of time to get traction. People are used to one thing and they're coming to your closet seeing a different thing. So they're going to, you know, it's going to take some time to grow, but it will get to that point where you're getting back to steady sales again and making better money for them. So just keep with it. I think work out.
We forgot to mention when Kathy said, how do you list wholesale?
Mm-hmm.
You also need to get certified on Poshmark to list wholesale. I forgot to mention that. You need to enter your boutique certification. It's a couple of pages. You need to make 10 sales out of your regular closet to even enter it. Answer a few questions, easy peasy. Then you have access to the wholesale portal. You don't need to use it. But that would also allow you, when you're creating a listing, so when you hit new, and then it would say boutique, you know, yes or no. But you won't have that option until you enter that, you know, certification. Yeah. I'm glad I put that out there. Because that's what we're doing this for, right? That's why we are here. Kathy is sick of low ballers. Nobody likes the low ballers.
So other benefits to wholesale versus resale is going to be the damage issue. You go to a thrift store, there's potential for damage. You really got to spend your time inspecting every piece that you're going to bring home. You got to look over the armpits, the waist, anywhere there can be damage. You got to take a look at that. And it's very easy to miss damage in the store. I do it all the time. So with wholesale, obviously everything is brand new from the manufacturer. If something does come to you damaged, they will take it back and replace it for you. So you don't have to worry about any damage. You don't have to go through your clothes and wash them all before you sell them or anything like that. They're all brand new and sent right to your door.
Where, you know, I think some thrift stores, if you have the receipt, they might give you store credit, or it would be a hassle. With the manufacturers, they want you to be happy. They're trying to develop a relationship with you. They want you to come back and order more from them. So if you're like, hey, the extra small in this pack is like all shredded up or like missing whatever, they're going to like go and make you happy and fix the problem because they want you to come back time and time again. You know, it's not a one hitter.
And speaking of products and all that, there are great ways to get wholesale products. There's a ton of different ways you can source for this stuff. You can go look for wholesale providers online. There's wholesale fashion district shows that happen throughout the country. There's one in Las Vegas. There's one in New York. There's one in LA. And you can go check out things in person and actually make orders on the spot. So you really can feel and see the product before you get out there and send it. And then
I want to go to Miami because apparently there's one for swimwear, which is obviously what I do. Can you see me in Miami? I stick out like a purple thumb, you know. Like I want to go, but yeah. I'll go one day. So I actually feeling the product, that's awesome, you know, and seeing it and being able to interact with the people and talk with them. Like you don't really get that when you're reselling, you know, you don't whatsoever. It's kind of a lonely world reselling, right? Yeah.
And if you build relationships with these suppliers, they'll actually work with you to bring down prices and to get you better deals and to offer you exclusive pieces and stuff like that. So there are really great benefits to building relationships with these suppliers and going back to one. Like Karen goes to the same supplier for her bathing suits every year. And every year the discounts get bigger and bigger that they offer us as we order more and more pieces. Yeah.
This year. I was like, really? Thank you. Like, woo! And one of them was messed up. Remember, it was missing the thing.
Yep.
And they're all prepackaged. I was like, I went through every single one, and they fixed it right away. And they gave me the part and a new one, so I was like up a piece. So happy about that, you know. Happy about that. Elisa says, bad lighting in some of the thrift stores makes it easy to miss
Yes, it does. Yeah.
I wasted so much money on stains or holes. I like, you know, I love getting something cheap, but when you get home and you're so excited about it, and then there's a hole Like, oh, cashmere. We love it because it
And
can
the lamb's
sell for a
wool
lot
too.
more
Yeah, the
money.
lamb's
Or-
wool.
yeah,
Well,
like
yeah.
the lamb's wool.
Holes in that all the time.
And then you're like trying so hard, and it's the lighting. They do it on purpose. They do it on purpose. Another good thing about ordering wholesale, you know, you can do it from your house. You can do it from your couch. You can do it from your computer. You don't have to, you know, go outside into the big bad world. This is also good if you kind of live in the boondocks, you know, if you're in an area where I've heard people tell us, like, nearest thrift store is like an
45 minutes, an hour away. Yeah.
Or the Bins, like, I can't go there. It's 5 hours from me. And it's like, we're kind of spoiled in Connecticut. It's such a small state, so close together. There's thrift stores all over the place. And it's not like we don't have to drive, but we do. But yeah, you know, if you kind of are struggling to find quality product because it's few and far between to get to, or it's just a lot to get to it, it's perfect because it comes to you.
Yeah.
You know, it comes
shipped right to your door.
You.
It's the best way to do it.
Yes.
And it's the same for bulk buys and as well. Like most bulk buy companies will ship stuff right to your door. And you never have to leave your house.
Now there's a difference. You know, it is a wholesale buyout, wholesale liquidator, and people confuse the two. Well, like when I did the unboxing of the Indie Trading, and I bought the shelf pulls, all new with tags. That is not boutique items because it was actually at a store before, you know, and it was a wholesale buyout. It was a wholesale company, but it's not a wholesale manufacturer. There's a distinction. And so just because you do a buyout or a pallet and you buy, you know, goods that are new with tags or whatever it is, it doesn't necessarily make it boutique items. You know, if you need any more clarification on that, let me know in the comments. I'd be happy to ramble on even more. You know I can ramble. Definitely. If we are interested in home market, do we need a separate site?
I'm assuming like a separate closet, I bet you.
Okay. I've been mixing. So I used to just offer women's clothes. Very simple. Now I have like everything in my closet. And like, so with the 8 photos, my very last photo, it says, this closet now offers women's, men's, kids, home goods. And then I took a picture of where like the market is, like I screenshotted it and I put a circle and I said, select all markets to view all, perfect for bundling. You know, and I kind of like make people think like if you entered my closet in a market, you're not seeing everything. And so I put that in the end of every one of my new listings. And I think it's been working because I've had like a bundle with a man's item and that little like wood plaque. You know, like those little wood designer things you put on, little saying plaques. You know, it's like a wood painted thing. Yeah. So I sold 2 things from 2 separate markets, 2 separate things in one bundle. And I was like, that's right. So I don't think with the markets you'd actually need a separate closet.
No, not with the markets now. No, it's a totally different ballgame.
Yeah, exactly.
A year ago, you would have needed it, but now
it would have been helpful like a year and a half ago. But now it almost makes it why, you know, because people are going to see what they're there to see anyways because of the markets, which are just overgrown filters, right? Mm-hmm. They're filtering the entire site instead of just like size and what it is.
So we covered a few of the differences between resale and boutique, but let's talk about what you really want to start to understand and need to know to get into boutiques, because that's, you know, key. So you really got to first off, you need to stock up some capital because it's not going to be as cheap as going to a thrift store. And this is the perfect time to reinvest some of your proceeds into your business with doing that. And you can start gradually and get a few wholesale pieces and mix it in with your resale pieces and really start to build it that way.
It does take more capital.
Yep.
You know, but at the same time, you know, it's a lovely route to go.
It's a sustainable business. Yes. I mean, thrift shopping is really it's not going to be sustainable. I mean, in 5 years, who knows what's going to happen with thrift stores? We don't know what's going to happen, but we've seen what's starting to happen right now. So it's really not I don't think it's going to be a sustainable business 5 years down the road. We really got to start as resellers figuring out another way to survive in this changing business climate.
Plus, us, they call us seller stylists, right? That's what they call us on Poshmark, seller stylists. Owning a boutique or like getting boutique items, like you actually get to curate what you want.
Right.
You have a store. It's not like, okay, I went to the Goodwill, I found these cool jeans, I like this awesome shirt. It's like, no, you get to hand pick out styles, like anything you want to know what audience you're going towards.
Yeah, you can really tailor your site to your audience and your
like you can
specific niches and all that. Yeah,
your perfect store. Like think that store in the mall that you always wish existed. That could be you one day, and it's not going to happen overnight. You're not going to like all of a sudden like know exactly what items everywhere you're going to like purchase from all these manufacturers. No, you'll get there though, and it's like, that's really appealing to some people.
Yeah.
The idea of like, this is my collection. Come and buy it. Come and view it. Come and buy it. Let me clothe you. Let me style you. Like, let wear my stuff, like that's really appealing to a lot of people.
You can really get creative with the marketing that way too. I mean, you can really use all of social media. You can go crazy with Instagram and start building a following there. And then once you build a following on Instagram, you have a second place to sell your stuff, and it goes hand in hand with Poshmark. So there's tremendous ways, there's amazing ways to get your product out there and start selling it and making money.
I mean, the same, you could still use Instagram for your regular closet.
Yep.
I sure do. But sure, like it's like brand new clothes that you curate.
They're going to get more traction that way
Yes.
than the used stuff. The used stuff kind of gets shuffled through the feeds, but when somebody looks at something and they see a brand new fashion item, they're going to stop at it, take a look at it, especially if it's something that catches their eye.
And it's very it's going to let me formulate the sentence better. It's easier for you to curate a collection that's always on trend, because when you're like, oh, what's trendy this year? And by the time like the style reports come out,
it's out of the thrift store.
People are already like talking like, oh, leopard print's in, or this color's in. People have already like scoured the thrift stores for that.
Yep.
It's already like gone. So by the time you're like hip to the trends and then you're like looking for it, you might find a few pieces here or there, but you're going to be the trendsetter. The wholesale companies, the boutique companies that sell you this stuff, they know what the upcoming color is going to be. Who do you think picks these colors, these Pantones and these colors of the seasons? Who do you think makes this? The fashion companies, right? So they already know, and like months in advance, you're already going to have the hottest thing. You're not going to have to look for it when it's now hot. You're going to have it when it's now hot, and people are going to be buying it from you.
There's a couple, Heather. Heather? Yeah, Heather. She's asking if we recommend any specific wholesale websites, et cetera, like that. So there's a couple that we're using right now for bulk buys. We use Indie Trading. It's a great site. They have a clothing, electronics. They have the whole 9 yards out there, and their bulk buys are Nordstrom and high-end department store shelf pulls and returns. So that works for us. There's a couple of wholesale vendors. Which one do you use for your bathing suits?
I have the link. I could put it. It's like a.
Yeah, we'll put it in the description. We'll link some of those.
I'm not going to mispronounce any other person's name. Okay, because I've done business with these people for like 3 years, and if I mispronounce their name, like that would be horrible. So I'm not going to do it. I would feel. So
we will actually link those.
We'll
link those on the description later on. We'll put a couple of links down there if you guys would keep an eye out for that. We're also going to be doing some videos down the road reviewing some of these areas where you can pick up wholesale stuff. So keep an eye out for that down the road.
I'm like, I would feel I'm still stuck on that. I'm like, I would feel so bad. Like, you guys know, I've mispronounced so many brands and things. I'm like, whatever, that's me. But I'm not going to test them. Okay.
I think Wholesale Fashion Square, I believe, if I'm correct off the top of my head.
Them. Yes.
Wholesale Fashion Square is a great. Let me actually pull my phone up right now.
So what he's talking about is a place that has many different vendors.
Yeah.
It's kind of like one website that has many different vendors. Now I found my vendor on there. So yeah, not going to do that. But yeah, that's definitely where I found it.
I'm going to find. I have a bunch of these on my phone. I'm going to pull some out right now. Give you guys some.
Bought my first item from the Home Goods Market, 3 Starbucks mugs at $6.99 for shipping. Yeah, okay. Nice. Those are really popular. I see that on Instagram a lot, like Starbucks. And I'm like, do people not have Starbucks around them? Like, I don't understand that where people go and get these mugs and tumblers and stuff. But I see like people make money on that stuff. Yeah. I guess it's like limited run or limited edition, but what do you do with them? Like, do you go to Starbucks and have them fill up your like tumbler? Like, that would be me going, what do I do with this? But hey, if that's your thing, you got a good deal. And that's awesome,
So I just had one here. Okay, so if you guys actually go to, and this was something I checked out before, wholesaleforum.com, they're going to be a great resource for you guys to check out. They're going to give you...
Wasn't that where you were looking at men's bathing suits?
Yeah, it was. So there's a whole wealth of knowledge and distributors on here. I'm just popping it up on my phone right now.
Oh, see? Someone knows my answer. 10% off if you bring your own mug.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So unfortunately... That is a great spot for you guys to go check out. It's wholesaleforum.com.
I don't really do Starbucks. And yeah, I think people collect them too, but like I just don't understand why, because I think they're like mass produced. Like, why? Teach their own. Have a Starbucks mug or 10. That's cool. I'm sure if I found some in the wild, like for really cheap, like at a Goodwill, like for $1, I'd be like, okay, a Starbucks mug. This is a cool thing. But like, that would be about it for me. I admire the prettiness of the Starbucks mugs and put them under my tiny spotlight. See, you get joy out of it. That's good. So. I
just want to say something. Going through these sites and stuff, it really can get daunting, narrowing down what wholesale provider you want to use and trying them out, making sure their quality is good and all that. A lot of them will allow you to order sample orders so that you're not going to go all in with a full run of a product. They'll let you order 2 or 3 items to test the quality and see what happens, see if they're actually going to sell. And then if they do, you come back and you order more from them. And a lot of the good companies will allow that. So you want to try and find one that's going to allow you to do that. We're going to start narrowing these sources down for you guys.
Well, no, the thing is we can't narrow down because
down the road we will.
We don't know what style they want. That is going to help you narrow down what you're searching for. If you are aiming towards a certain audience, that's more searchable in these places. Your target audience is super important to figure out before you start diving into this. I made that mistake. My first 3 wholesale purchases for boutique was because I was like, oh, that's cute. Like, pretty much I would wear it, and I didn't think who I was going to be selling it to, who else would want to wear it. Like, are there other Karens out there? I don't know, and this is a fact. I still have at least one of each of them. So they were not great buys, but it was also like a learning curve for me because it was like, they were just so random. Yes.
Guys, if you're enjoying this content, don't forget to click the first link in the description. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up and give us a like on that video. Also, we have a link in our description. It's the first and only link in there. It's our email list. If you're not on that list already, definitely get on that email list. You're going to get a free 6-part Poshmark workshop sent right to your email. Shows you how you run and operate a Poshmark business right out of our house. And you're also going to get up-to-date information from us as we do things down the road. And there's some exciting things coming down the road from us. So stay tuned for that stuff.
If you guys have learned something tonight, because some people want to go make all these big boutiques, go for it. Yes. Give us a thumbs up if you guys are learning stuff. That's why we do what we do. Sometimes our topics are all over the place. We want to get you thinking. I want to get you thinking. It's not like a pre-recorded video where it's like, this is information. It's like, I want to get you guys your wheels going and answer your questions when you have them. So it's like when I see people asking me stuff about this, I deliver. I try, right?
Yeah.
I try anyway. Everyone's still talking about the Starbucks cups because I'm like, I don't get it.
So guys, if you have a question real quick before we jump off,
That one quick?
throw it in the comment. I know, very quick. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, it's already like 8:30.
If you have a question for us real quick, throw it in the comments. We'll answer them before we go. We'll stay around for a couple of minutes to see if you guys got anything for us. I saw one that came through from Kat. Where did it go? Kathy McDermott, do you know someone? So Kathy, as far as social media goes, the best bet for you guys is to just jump on YouTube, watch a couple of training videos on social media. They are all over the place, and they will tell you everything you need to know.
My next biggest tip for that, for a newbie, I was told a different number, but for someone who's like very intimidated by social media, pick 2 and stick with it. I was told pick 3 because I can't have grip. You know, like I personally think about like newbie, like, you know, selling pictures. Pinterest would be great because that kind of is self-sufficient. You know, your closet is a picture of a clothing item. Pinterest you could pin, and Instagram's also pictures. Yeah. You know, so pick at least 2 and master the 2, because when someone says social media, it can be daunting because there's so much out there, you know, big, little, Facebook big, like, you know, but you don't want to like drown and then lose yourself and like trying to learn all these different things. Pick 2, learn them to the best of your ability, nail it, and then keep going, you know, like that. Yeah, I was told 3, but yeah. It's true. It's been working, you know. My entrepreneur guy that inspired me so much. Like he said, pick 3 and stick with it. I'm like, all right.
And once you learn social media, there's nothing you can't do with it. I mean, you can advertise everything. You can sell stuff. You can. The possibilities are endless with social media. So it's a great tool to learn. Who hated social media
in the beginning?
Oh, I did.
Who hated it? Now look at him.
Can you post so she's at, can you post it separate from your personal Instagram?
You can have many different Instagrams. Yes, I have 4 different Instagrams. I had to think about it. I have a personal Instagram. I have an Instagram for my boutique. I have an Instagram where I just follow fashion bloggers, and I have an Instagram for Thrifty Flamingo. Well, we have an Instagram, and it's easy to toggle between the 2, all of them. Like once you're signed in, you don't have to sign out, sign in, all that. You just toggle, if that makes sense, up top.
What's up, stay-at-home girl? Welcome to the live. You did make it.
So I actually recommend you, if you want to start the Instagram for selling through your Poshmark closet, to start a new one, and not like, sure, you can put some personal stuff in there, you know, but you know, keep your personal one personal, because that's where your grandma follows you, you know, and stuff like that. But yeah, separate. It's fine. It's all good, right?
So we'll give it a couple more minutes for any questions, guys. Just throw them in the comments, and we will answer them.
I'm like, I thought I was like babbling the whole time, and I'm like, dude, it's already 8:30. Maybe it was.
Oh, it's on the screen now.
It's a delay, I think, on our computer. I don't know why.
Yeah, social media can be daunting, Heather. It's good to learn comfortable,
Plus,
to be comfortable with it.
It can also be time consuming. You know, it's also really beneficial to schedule out. Okay, I'm going to go on Instagram, and I need to make a post today, and then I'm going to catch up on any, you know, DMs. I'm going to maybe like peruse a little bit and look at a few like time yourself, you know, because I'm sure almost every single person here has opened up Instagram, and then like an hour later is like, what time is it? Oopsie, you know, and then it's like it can kill your time, and time is money. So
stay at home girl, we are not going to Posh Fest this year. Just too much with the baby and everything. So we're taking a year off, but we will be there next year. Sorry if we're missing you this year if it's your first. We apologize.
Yeah, if it was closer or drivable, we could have driven with someone probably that could have watched him. But flying with a baby, and then what are we going to do with the baby when we're there? Right? Yeah. So it can't happen this year, unfortunately. I was kind of like sad about it, though. I was. Oh, Heather says you are exactly right. LOL, it's time consuming. And then the stay-at-home girl says it is.
So, guys, if you're new here, definitely click the first link in the description and get on our email list. We'll send you a 6-part Poshmark workshop just for joining that. list. It shows you how we run and operate a Poshmark business right out of our house. You'll also get news and updates from us from time to time sent to your email, letting you know what we're planning on doing in the future. It's an awesome research. If you like this content tonight, definitely give us a thumbs up.
47 of you.
Definitely give us a thumbs up and like. And if you're new, consider subscribing. We talk about Poshmark and reselling all the time. There's going to be more wholesale content to come, so stay tuned for that. We're going to dive into all the nitty gritty of wholesale in the weeks and months to come, getting you guys all the information you need on Poshmark wholesale. So
just a little gateway.
Yeah. We figured we'd break the ice tonight. Yeah. So guys, thanks so much for tuning in. We will see you next Friday, and have a great night.
Yeah. Bye, guys.